YouTube, this is me, Asian Dave, aka Fanatical for Jesus, aka Dawei, aka David Chu. Coming to you real quick. I want to do part 2 of my video series about my experience at Southern Peaks Regional Treatment Center. Alright, before I continue, let me kind of backtrack a little bit and explain what happened leading up to why I was incarcerated and then eventually put in the treatment center. It all started when I set my foster home on fire. I started a fire in my room that pretty much destroyed the house. That got me sent to this place called Spring Creek Youth Services Center, which was a juvenile detention center. And then from there, I went straight on to Southern Peaks Regional Treatment Center, which when I first got there, they made me take a shower. First they assessed me. Then they said, you had to take a lice shower, which everybody has to do. I mean, just like how they do in juvenile detention, you have to take a shower when you first come in. It's just to make sure, it's like a sanitary precaution, I guess. And then, after that, then they introduced me to the unit, and again, it was like a dorm, and you had one roommate, so on and so forth. Okay, anyways, so, fast forwarding now. I talked about the riots that would happen every Sunday, and we called it Psycho Sunday, and then pretty soon it turned into Maniac Mondays and Twisted Tuesday, and eventually, I was thinking it was going to end up becoming every day of the week, but eventually things started to calm down on its own. I think it's partly because we got some stricter staff members that were cracking down on us. But it was partly that, and it was probably partly because the kids that were starting the riots were all sent away to juvenile detention and stuff like that. So it was partly both, I guess. Anyways, so Southern Peaks Regional Treatment Center was also based on a point system. You earned so many points throughout the day for good behavior and stuff, and following the 7 key principles. I don't remember what the 7 key principles were, but it was pretty much what guided Southern Peaks Regional Treatment Center. And if you follow the 7 key principles, you are awarded some amount of points, and the more points you get, the faster you get your levels. And then also you get to go to the point store where you can buy stuff with your points. And the point store there had a lot more stuff than the point store at the state hospital. You could actually get hygiene products, you could get food, you could get all different kinds of stuff. The most popular item to get at the point store among the guys was these model cars. That was the most popular thing to get. So every day there was during the week you had to go to school all day, so they would take us over to the school building during the day, and the kids were separated based off of pretty much age range. Like, the little kids were together depending on age range, and the older guys were together depending on age range. And classes were just like your typical classes. They had social studies, science, math, and reading and writing. And when I first got there, they had me so drugged up that I couldn't even focus on school. I was so drugged up that I would fall asleep in class. We go to class, the first thing I do is put my head down and I'll be passed out. So at first I wasn't really getting anything out of school because I would just sleep all day. And and then after that, after school, we go right back to the unit where we have a check-in group right after school with the staff. They find out how we're doing and everything. And then after check-in group, we had a little bit of free time to do what we wanted to do. And then after the free time, then we went straight to dinner. And we would have to line up. And anytime we lined up to go somewhere, like school, dinner, medical, whatever, we had to name off a line rule, which is keep your feet forward, don't turn your head, stuff like that, no talking in line, and stuff like that. you gotta name off a line rule, and then and if someone decides to be a smartass and says something like fuck you or something pretty much something to like just to say I'm not doing this or whatever, then they'd start over and all of us would have to name off a line rule all over again. So the kids would get pretty mad at whoever messed it up because it'll just be that much longer before we can go get to where we're going. And then yeah, and then at dinner time, like we would get our dinner. We'd have about a half an hour to eat, and then after dinner, then we'd go to the medical for the people that had to take meds. And I remember actually cheeking my meds. Like after being there for a while, I remember cheeking my meds, and I would sell my meds to the people on my dorm or on my unit for extra snacks. Like, because after dinner we'd come back and we'd have free time. Well, actually, we'd have another group, and then we'd have free time, and then after free time it would be snacks, and they'll give us like a snack for the night, and it could be anything from like graham crackers to like a piece of like a brownie or an apple or whatever, and then we'd have the snack, and they'd give me the kids would give me their snacks, and I would give them one of my pills. And what they would do with the pill is snort. They'd crush it up and snort it. And I remember I did that a few times. I took my own pills, and I crushed them up and snorted them. But I stopped doing that after I only did it a couple times. And then eventually the staff caught on to what was going on, and they changed the rule. They made it to where when we went and got our meds, they'll crush up our meds and put in a little cup of applesauce. So we had to eat that applesauce to take our meds to make sure we didn't cheek them. And they did that for a while before, like after they found out what we were doing. And then, I don't know, and then after snack time, like around, I think 9 o'clock or 8:30, 9 o'clock, it'll be lights out. Or it'll be room, at 8:30 be room time, so we go to our room, and then we take that time to get ready for bed, and at 9 o'clock it was lights out. And then we would wake up the next morning, we'd wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then the very first thing we'd have to do is chores. And anyway, so I have to cut this video short because it's already at the 8-minute marker. So I'll make part 3 shortly, whenever I get the chance to. But I hope you like what I'm talking about. And if you do, please don't forget to rate and subscribe. I make videos as much as I can. So, anyways, have a good day. God bless you, and stay awesome, Gotham. Deuces.